5 mysteries of the human mind that science still cannot explain. A soldier who drew secrets he had no way of knowing. A woman who feels a finger she was never born with. People for whom letters have color and sound has taste. Dreamers awake inside their own dreams. And ordinary minds that turn to genius overnight. How does a man describe a place he has never seen, with nothing to go on but a set of map coordinates? For 17 years, the United States military believed it was possible. They called it remote viewing. Their finest operative, Joe McMoneagle, sketched a hidden Soviet bomber that search teams had failed to find and named where a falling space station would strike the Earth a year in advance. In 1995, the CIA shut the program down, calling it a failure that produced nothing. So why had they funded it for 17 years? And why did McMoneagle leave with a Legion of Merit? How do you feel something that was never there? It is called phantom limb syndrome. After losing an arm, most amputees still feel it. The ache, the itch, fingers they can no longer see. A surgeon named Silas Weir Mitchell documented it in 1872, and more than a century later we still can't explain it. But one case defies everything. A woman born without an index finger lost the rest of that hand in an accident, and only then began to feel all 5 fingers, including the one she had never had. Her brain built a finger from nothing. Where it came from, no one can say. Some people can't tell you why the letter A is red, only that it always has been. The condition is called synesthesia, and for 1 in 25 people, the senses are fused in ways science can't explain. For one person, the letter A is forever red. For another, forever green. Skeptics called it imagination, until researchers tested the same people decades apart. The colors never moved. The A that was red in childhood stays red 50 years later. Vladimir Nabokov had it. So did Stevie Wonder. And in its rarest form, a person feels the pain of someone they only watch. Why some brains fuse this way, no one knows. Can you be wide awake, aware and in control, inside your own dream? This is lucid dreaming, and for most of history, proving it was impossible. Then in 1978, a Stanford researcher named Stephen LaBerge settled the question. Asleep in the lab, LaBerge realized he was dreaming and signaled with his eyes, left, right, a signal that registered on the instruments while his body lay frozen in sleep. He had spoken from inside a dream. The journals Science and Nature refused to publish it at first. More than half of us have done it, yet how a mind stays awake inside an unconscious brain remains unsolved. Where does genius come from? And can it appear from nowhere? This is the mystery of the savant. Tanishq Abraham joined Mensa at 4, finished high school at 10, and earned a doctorate by 19. Prodigies like Tanishq are baffling enough, but stranger still are people never born gifted. In 2002, furniture salesman Jason Paget was mugged outside a bar, left with a severe concussion. He woke up seeing the world as pure geometry, water curving into precise shapes, patterns hidden in everything. A man who had never cared about math became one of only 40 people with acquired savant syndrome. How a concussion switches on a genius that was never there, no one can explain. 5 mysteries, and the same 3 pounds of tissue behind every one. A mind that found what it had no way to see. A brain that feels what was never there. Senses fused for a lifetime. A dreamer awake inside sleep. A genius switched on by accident. We have studied the brain longer than almost anything we know, and still cannot say what it is truly capable of.